This tutorial shows you how to export your entire Davinci Resolve timeline as one finished video. You'll also learn why Resolve sometimes exports only part of it. Finish your edit, then make sure the timeline you want to export is open. Click Deliver at the bottom of the screen. It's the rocket-shaped icon. On the Deliver page, select Custom Export in the upper left corner. This gives you control over the file type, quality, audio, and render range. Enter a file name, then click Browse and choose where the finished video should be saved. Set render to single clip. This combines all the cuts, titles, effects, and audio in your timeline into one video. Don't choose individual clips unless you deliberately want a separate file for every clip in the edit. Make sure Export Video is enabled. For a widely compatible video, set Format to MP4 and Codec to H.264. Leave the encoder on auto if you're unsure which option to use. For resolution and frame rate, use the timeline settings. If your timeline is 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second, export at those values. Raising a 1080p timeline to 4K makes a larger file, but it doesn't restore missing detail. For a simple high-quality export, leave encoding profile on automatic, and for quality, choose best. Open the Audio tab and make sure Export Audio is enabled. For an MP4, choose AAC, constant bitrate, and select 320 kilobits per second if that option is available. If an exported video has no sound, the Export Audio checkbox is the first setting to check. Here's the part most tutorials skip. Above the timeline on the Deliver page, open the Render Range menu and choose Entire Timeline. If in/out range is selected, Resolve exports only the marked section, even when the rest of your edit is visible. You can clear old in and out points by pressing Alt-X on Windows or Option-X on Mac, then select Entire Timeline again. Check that the highlighted render range now covers the full edit from beginning to end. Click Add to Render Queue at the bottom of the Settings panel. The job appears in the render queue on the right. Check the file name and save location one last time. Then click Render All. Wait for the progress bar to finish. Open the folder you selected and play the exported file to check the beginning, ending, picture, and sound. If you meant exporting the editable timeline instead of a finished video, open that timeline and choose File, Export, then Timeline. Save it as a Davinci Resolve timeline file, or DRT. That file stores the edit and can be imported into another Resolve project, but it doesn't contain the original video and audio files. Now you know how to export either the full timeline as an MP4 or the editable timeline as a DRT file. If this helped, leave a like and I'll see you in the next one.